OFC Nation, welcome to the show. If you haven't, please subscribe, hit the like, hit the thumbs down, whatever. Just interact with the video. It'll help the channel out. If you look in the description of this video, you will find a list of basics that you should include into a adult bug out bag, as well as what items are in here. That should help some of you out who have been asking for some kind of PDF. Basically, food, water, shelter, fire. If you cover those four bases, you're good. Okay? But some people want a list. They want to see what kind of things they should put in. And I understand that, especially if you're new to preparedness or survivalism, then I get it. But today, we're talking about bug out bag for kids and why you should have one. The primary reason I have one, actually, I need 4 of them, is because I want my offspring to continue living and not have a burden, be more of a burden in a already hard situation. For example, look at the people, let me back it up. Everybody says, oh, you don't need a bug out bag. Well, he's bunkering. Okay. Just to squash the anti-bug out bag movement once and for all, here you go. Tens of thousands of people during Hurricane Katrina fled with the clothes on their backs. No food, no way to secure water, shelter, anything. Tens of thousands others were stranded in New Orleans. So, if you want, in a situation like just happened in Texas, what happened during Hurricane Katrina, or any other natural disaster or man-made disaster, if you want to take yourself or your family, if you have a family, and run with nothing but the clothes on your backs, then you need to just stay off these channels, all right? Because you are pointless to try to talk to. But for those of you who would like to have an edge up, who want to be able to comfortably and securely transition from a very hard, bad thing that has happened to getting out of that situation. If you want to help yourself and give yourself an edge up, then subscribe, click the like, and get a bug out bag, a get home bag. I call them a good bag. Get out of Dodge, because it doesn't matter where I'm at. If I'm somewhere at work trying to get home, it's a get home bag. If I'm at home trying to get somewhere else, it's a bug out bag. Get out of Dodge. I'm trying to get out of Dodge, wherever the hell I'm at. And I have baby sharks, as many of you know. Little ones. Now this pack, before anybody asks, is not as heavy as my kid's school backpack. It is not. It's very easy for a 4, 5, 6-year-old and up, because I mean this is for my teen. Well, will be. It's actually for her little brother. I mean, only because of the contents. But this one is for my now 6-year-old boy. All right, and I'll show you why it's not for the older teenage girl in a moment. But here's the thing: your bug out bag, get home bag, get out of Dodge bag is to help you transition from a place you don't want to be to a place that is better, that you would like to be. All right, it is not for living Little House on the Prairie style, although you could if you have the knowledge and the skills, those two things, knowledge and skills, with things in a proper, extensive bag, you could, in theory, live Little House on a Prairie. I mean, frontiersmen did it all the time. Fur trappers, traders, went all the way across this country with the shit on their backs. Okay? So, for those that say, oh, you can't, yes, you can. You can live out in the wilderness. People have done it for, I don't know, since the dawn of mankind. All right? Only in the past 150, 200 years have people been, and that's loosely, been living in houses, because Native Americans had teepees, tents. They did have housing structures. A lot of people don't realize that. They had pretty extensive architecture, but lots, thousands, hundreds at least, of different tribes across the world have lived outside in the wilderness without electricity and the modern conveniences. This shit is all new. That's why a lot of you get stuck and trapped in, oh, well, I don't think I could do it. Yes, you can. Humans have been doing it. Neanderthals, Cro-Magnons have lived in caves. You can do it. You can survive in the wilderness if you have the knowledge and the skills. So, there you go. Anyway, let's get into this bag. The reason for the bag, because if you have a bunch of kids like this guy, I don't want to carry all of their crap and my crap. All right? Yes, I can carry the bulk of items. And yes, it would be enough, just my pack, to be able to provide food, water, shelter, clothing for those children. However, it lessens the burden on me and my back if I can break up the load that is required for them. That's one thing. Two, in the event that we were camping, hiking, or in a bug-out scenario where we were going through whatever terrain, urban, suburban, rural, mountain, woods, they have what they need to stay alive. Okay? My children have what they need to stay alive. Your children will have what they need to continue living in the event you become separated. Okay? And the means for you, some things that will help you find them inside as well. Okay? Because if you lose your kids, you should probably go look for them. All right? Because it does happen. Kids don't listen. Sometimes they just wander off when you stay here. I'll be right back. I'm going to go down here and get some water. And you come back, kid's gone. Oh, well, I saw a butterfly. And oh, butterfly. Who? There went attention span like that. Okay? Yes, I know. I have children. And, you know, kid likes butterflies. Oh, I like butterflies. Yes, he says fries, not flies. Maybe it's because he's part Asian. I don't know. He does have a little bit of that little accent, you know. It's cute, though. It's cute. All right. Now, let's go to the outside first. First, not paid to do this either. A water source. Lifestraw bottle. My kid can literally take this, unscrew the lid, fill it up with water, put the lid and the filter back on. See, here's the lid. There's the filter. Put it back on. And my kid has clean drinking water, even in questionable water circumstances. All right? And they just pop this up. And yes, I've tested this. Quite easy to drink out of. Pure, clean water. Lifestraw. All right? They need their own water source too, because you don't want to carry all their water either. And they don't have to carry bunches of water. They can just refill it as you go. All right? And it fits snugly in the side pouch of a pack. Slides right down in there. Bam. All right? Because you want your kid to have clean drinking water, and you don't want to have to carry all of your water and all of their water. Okay? At the top, let's go to this pouch right here. Because what? Just like the adult bag, we keep the important stuff on the top that we don't need to, that we need to access quickly, and the stuff that we don't need to access frequently on the inside. All right? So we take this zipper here. Now the bag, let's start with the bag. This bag is a field line bag, Walmart. All right. Now you can get cheaper bags. This bag, I prefer the sturdiness, the ruggedness of these bags, these field line bags, because they do make relatively good stuff for the price. The bag was $26. All right. Now you can get Ozark Trail for $4.95. Probably isn't going to hold up that long, but again, if it's just an emergency situation where you're grabbing it to go, you're not going to extend camping, then an Ozark Trail, you could buy a bag for $5, right, and put the stuff in it. This bag and all the contents, including this, was $134.16. Not bad. Now, some of you are like, well, that's pricey. Well, you know, it's my kid's worth more than $134. So there's that, at least to me is. Like I said, you can go with cheaper substitutes. You don't have to have the exact same thing. You just need to be able to cover the exact same bases. Okay? So let's open this up. In here, first thing, flashlight. Because kids need to see in the dark. Alright? Flashlight. Just takes AAA batteries. Okay? This actually comes with them in there. And I have a whole mess of AAA batteries everywhere. Sidewalk Chalk. Oh, why? So they can be entertained? No. Hansel and Gretel. Okay? If your kid wanders off, if you and your child become separated, teach your kids. Take out their sidewalk chalk. And if they're walking, every 10 steps, mark a tree, a big rock, whatever. Mark it with the arrow so that you know which way they were going. Alright? This does two things. One, it makes a big visible mark in the wilderness or in an urban environment on the wall. Ooh, an arrow made out of chalk. Not everybody's walking around with damn chalk. So it's probably your kid. In the woods, it's your kid walking around with chalk. Alright? One, you know that they've been there. You can see which way they went. And two, it slows them down because they're taking time. So that way, you know, the best way to be found is to stay where you are. Kids don't like to do that. Kids don't like to stay put. Anyone who's been around a kid more than 30 seconds can tell kids don't like to stay put. So they're going to keep on the move. But this will slow down every 10 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get to 10, make a mark. Look around, find something, and make a mark. Alright, and which way you're going. I'm going that way. So we put the big arrow. A 5-year-old, 4-year-old, 6-year-old is quite capable of making a mark on a tree. Sidewalk chalk, it's cheap. Okay, throw it in a bag. 2 is 1, 1 is none, right? Redundancy. Emergency poncho. Just a little emergency poncho in a bag. I'm not going to take it all out and unfold it, but it's just an emergency rain poncho. Because if you're out with your kid and it starts raining, wet, miserable kids will make your miserable existence even more miserable because you got to deal with them. Alright? Happy kid, you know, keeps you calm. Alright? Emergency survival blanket. My little blanket. So that way you can, you know, in an emergency, they can wrap up and keep warm if they absolutely had to. A whistle. Now, I've got another whistle because, again, 2 is 1 and 1 is none. And I haven't put it on here yet, but I'm going to attach it to the outside. A whistle. Have the whistle. It's got a little compass on there. It's got a little thermometer, but the kids don't give a shit about that. The whistle is what I care about in this situation, because if the kid is lost, stranded, they can blow the whistle. Even the little lips can blow that whistle. All right, and you can hear it from a good distance. Another thing, you're at camp. You know, teach your kids. You know, always have your whistle by you. If you, especially in the places I go, you see a bear, which my kids are, Daddy, look, a bear. I've had that happen. Daddy, look, a bear. Yes, And you know what? You got to teach your kids, blow the whistle. Don't go, because kids don't see threats the way we do. All right? My little girl saw the, Daddy Bear, can I pet it? No. No, you cannot go up and go towards that bear and pet that bear. But children don't see danger where we do sometimes. All right? She saw a cute bear. I saw my child potentially being mauled to death. So you see a bear, you see any types of kitty cats, because a kid will see a mountain lion as a kitty cat. All right? So you see any kitty cats, small ones, big ones, whatever, bobcats are smaller than mountain lions, but they'll still jack up your kid. All right? They are predators. They're not very nice. Doggies, wolves, coyotes, they get pretty big, 73-pounders around here. All right? It's more than enough to kill a kid. So you see those strangers. You see any people other than mommy, daddy, brothers, sisters, friends, people you know, blow the whistle in the woods. I hear the whistle, I'm going to come running. And I'm coming with a purpose. All right? So, whistle. Like I said, I got a backup whistle. A kid's compass. This actually functions as exactly the same as the compass I showed you, my military compass, but it's cheap plastic. Okay, it does work. In fact, it is. Yes, it is working right now. But the thing is, it's $4, and you don't want to play "Are we there yet?" Okay, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Where are we going? Are we there yet? Give them a purpose. Children with a purpose can focus. Hey, I've got my compass. You've got your compass. Help me navigate. We're going down this trail. We're looking for another trail. Get them involved, because them looking at their little compass. Yeah, does your compass say the same as mine? Yeah. Well, it stops with the "Are we there yet?" Or he's poking me. Or he's not touching you. Stop touching me. Yeah, it helps with that. Gives them purpose. And also, if they're lost, it's a tool if you teach them how to use it north, south, east, and west. You know? So, there you go. Kid's compass. Boop. Folds up just like the adult one. Except it's a lot cheaper. A lot cheaper. Alright. That pouch is done. We'll go to this pouch right here. Bam, and it's got this little button that I put through the zipper so that it doesn't accidentally come unzipped. Pull the zipper down. Kids in the outside, bug repellent, all right? Non-toxic bug repellent. Keep the mosquitoes off, because again, they get bit up, they start itching, crying, whining, complaining, and you have an even worse time than you're already having. Band-aids. Yes, you should have a first aid kit in your in your main pack, but let them be able to carry a little bit on their own and make them feel like a big guy. Look at PJ Masks. Oh, but it's theirs. All right, and they're helpful. If they get a scrape or boo-boo, or their brother gets a scrape, I can help, and start teaching them about first aid, and let them carry their own little bit of stuff. Okay. Plus, these are extra bandages that I now have that I don't have to carry. Somebody else does. New Skin spray-on bandages. All right, just coats the wound, just like a Band-Aid, but liquid. Why? Because if where do kids get scraped? Knees, elbows, hands, places a lot of times that move and fold that Band-Aids just don't stick to very long. Liquid Band-Aid. Let them carry it. You can use it too if you need to. Their cutlery. Their spork, spoon, fork, whatever. Their own little eating utensil. That way when you're cooking food, they got something to eat with that you're not carrying. Alright. The next external pouch. Toothbrush kit. All right. Now this is just a buck and some change in the travel section over in Walmart. Walmart, they have a whole section full of travel stuff, little shampoos, little soaps, little toothbrush cases, and with the paste and the brush all together. A buck, maybe a $1.14, $1.28, some whatever Walmart prices, but less than $2. You just shove it in there, and in an emergency, they've got a way to brush their teeth. Speaking of which, bathrooms, tissue, toilet paper. This is tissue on the go. It's by Coleman's, I believe. No, Coughlin's. Now, this is just something I bought to throw in there and to just show you that this does exist. It is just toilet paper. That's all it is. So what I would recommend is taking, when you're rolling your bathroom, it's down to a half a roll. Take it off, put it in a Ziploc bag, put it in the bag, all right? Because you definitely want to have toilet paper in every scenario, okay? It's nice to have at least a little bit. You don't have to hoard it, but a little bit will help. Another thing from the adult pack that I didn't mention, but literally if you go back and watch the Bugout Bag basics, I pull it out, you'll see a big white thing that I pull out. Those were baby wipes, because every soldier worth their weight has baby wipes in their assault pack, day pack, rucksack, whatever. And I completely didn't even think about it because it's so common to me to just have them. I didn't even mention them. But baby wipes, why? Yeah, you should know why. But not only for number 2, for keeping your feet clean, your crotch clean. All right, any place that'll chafe, to wipe out and clean the sweat. All right, because again, you lose your feet, can't walk, get all chafed up, you're done. All right, baby wipes, because you can use them to clean your tush, or your kids too. You can use them to clean your tush, but you can also use them to clean little boo-boos like scrapes, cuts, anything like that. Clean muddy little fingers, dirty little faces. All right, baby wipes. Don't put them in here because that's a good bit of weight. You know, a pack of baby wipes doesn't seem like much, but when you're talking about a 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-old, adding it on top of this, no, put that shit in your bag. You carry that shit. Besides, you'll want it more than they do. All right, let's go inside the bag. Now, inside the bag, I'm going to unzip it all the way around. You will see one of these. These are just, this is a dry bag. A dry bag that you can find in Walmart. They come in 3-packs for like $5. 3-packs was convenient because I got 3 boys. And I'm going to need one of these for each of their bags. And I'm going to need one for Big Sis too. And I think I'm going to take the other 2 that are left over because they come in 3-packs. So I'll have to buy 2, that's 6. I got 4 kids, 2 plus those 2 coming to me. But what do you want to do with this? Same thing as with an adult pack. You want to put in at least 2 or 3 extra pair of socks and 1 or 2 extra pair of undies. Underoos? Yes. And potentially, I would definitely put in a extra pair of jeans, little jeans, and a little t-shirt. All right? Because your kid needs clean clothes too. You're going to need to change that stuff while you hand wash their other shit that you took off. If you're in any situation where you've evacuated because of a hurricane, you've got stuff for your kids. All right? But this will keep it dry because it rains. Kids drop their packs. Shit happens. Stuff gets wet. You don't want their underoos getting all wet and gushy because then they're going to cry about it. All right? So you put it in here, in the bag. You close the bag. Once you close the bag, you roll it over, and then you snap the bag. All right? And then it stays nice and dry. And you just put their clothes right in here. There's plenty of room in here. Because the only other thing left in here is one, their own little cup. And this is not just a cup, but it's a bowl. Primarily, it's a bowl for the hot soup that you made, the food that you made, whatever you made that you want them to consume, you put in here. Because again, they have their water over here, but they need their own utensil their own, well, not utensil, but utensil. See that? See how that works? Now the kid can eat their own food after you've made it for them. All right? But in the event you become separated, and again, there's a couple things I'll put in here once I ready it for the older teen girl, like a way to make fire so she can actually cook her own food. But for the kids, the little ones, I'm not going to put in fire in there, and I'm going to be doing all their cooking for them. But I will put snacks in here for them. Another thing in here, their micro fleece blanket. Okay, Walmart fleece throw. It's light, ultra light, but very warm. And when they get cold, and you want a blanket for your kids to sleep at night. All right, even though you've got everything covered under your needs in the in your bag, this is under big time wants. All right. Now, what else do we have here? Food. Because if you become separated from your kid, or not, but if you do, you want you to know at least, well, my kid's got a way to see in the dark. My kid's got a way to show me where they're at, to leave marks. My kid's got a way to find north, south, east, and west. He knows, she knows that home is north of where we were camped, or we were traveling south of where we were camped. My kid's got a way to get clean drinking water. My kid's got a way to take care of boo-boos. My kid's got means to eat, all right, and food to eat. Now I know an angry prepper doesn't like Spam, but you know what? My kids are half Asian, and they actually love Spam, especially Spam over rice and eggs with soy sauce. Awesome. But again, this is for my teen. Jade, Daddy got you some sardines. Yes, my child likes sardines. In fact, the first time I've eaten sardines, or a piece of a sardine, in my entire life was just a couple weeks ago when she was like, Daddy, will you try it, please? It's really good. And I will never eat a sardine again. All right? But my child, she likes what she likes. Daddy, get you some sardines in there. That way, she's got, I know that in the event that she needs it, it's there. She's not going to starve to death. Besides my kids, and some honey roasted almonds, protein bar. Actually, I believe there's 2 of them in here. 2 protein bars. But my kid wouldn't starve to death anyway, because there's the fact that my kid will tell you, if you ever meet my child, and you say, where can you find food in the woods? She will say, flip over a rock, and you will find food. Because it's pretty much that simple. It's not going to be things you want to eat, but it'll keep you alive. Earthworms, crickets, locusts, lots of creepy crawlies will keep you alive. All right? And I've taught my kids that since they were this big, and now they're this big. So to them, it's like, if we have to, we'll just eat that stuff, you know. And in Thai culture, it is not uncommon to eat other than meat. Okay, let's say snakes. That's where these bones come from. Crickets. Their uncle would walk around with a big bowl of crickets, roasted crickets. Oh, yeah, it's a little Roy Mom. You want some? No, I'm good. Thank you. Appreciate it. Although I have eaten insects before. I'm not going to unless I have to anymore. All right. Well, I hope... Oh, wait. But wait, there's more. Something for the little turds to do. All right? Bam. This was like 40 cents, 49 cents. This was like $1. All right? For $1, less than $1.50, I can get some peace of mind once I set up a camp. All right? Or once I get where I'm going for that leg of the journey. I can Here, bud, open this up. And this is why I said this is, not set up for the girl right now. Here, bud, open it up. Here's some crayons. Oh yeah, I got the color book, and they'll go ahead. And you know what? They'll be quiet. Quiet. Shh. Yes, peace of mind. You can buy peace of mind for $1.50. Think about that. Well, folks, let me make sure I got those prices right. I'm sorry, I was mistaken by $2. It wasn't $134.16. It was $136.14 for every item on there in that bag. Every item. Yeah. And like I said, for some of the things like the dry bags, I bought 3, so that price is actually down per bag, less per bag. There you go. All right, so I hope this helped. It is what it is. Be ready, just in case anything happens. You never want to be evacuating with just the shirt on your back. And for people that say, well, you're not going to be traveling hundreds of miles. Oh, really? Have you seen the flood of refugees coming from Guatemala to the U.S. border? Shit goes too far sideways in this country. The line could be going the opposite direction. You ever think about that? No, because you're entitled. That's why. But yeah, could be in 10 years there would be a caravan of 1,000 or 20,000, 25,000 Americans headed south. Want to do that with just a shirt on your back? No. And those refugees aren't either. They're carrying stuff. Yeah. And not quite as comfortable setup as these. All right? So be ready, because though you live in a first world nation with first world luxuries, there are only a few first world nations on this country, and they're not going to last forever either. All right? No society ever does. Good night, OFC Nation. God bless. To my baby sharks, I love you. You see, Daddy's always thinking about you. All right? I'll see you soon. I'm out of here.